But the most difficult distraction to control is that of your mental state. Here are some tips on how to control your concentration and maintain your peak performance. Avoid overgrip. As tension builds up in any game situation, the body tends to tense up into a state of readiness, which can be extremely detrimental to your game. When your throwing arm or shoulder feels tense, try deliberately tightening these muscles more. Hold them for 5 to 10 seconds, then let them go. Repeat this 2 or 3 times. Stay in the present. Darters focusing on the past, a miss, a bad break, or worrying about the future can make themselves tense. Control your pace. Take control of each game situation. Do not become intimidated into rushing or throwing your rhythm off. Slow yourself down. Walk slow between turns. Take more time to get yourself set at a line before throwing. Project an air of confidence, then throw with authority. Play the board. You may be surprised to learn that the touring pro is beatable. He has good days as well as bad. It's difficult to fight your preconceived notions of his invincibility, but help yourself in advance by telling yourself, I have everything to win and nothing to lose. I believe every darter has a success mechanism built in, but you have to make the adrenaline work for you. Create a feeling of controlled intensity. Some nervousness is both natural and helpful to your own performance. Learn to use your butterflies as a sign that you're ready and as a reminder to stay loose.
Review. Never become intimidated into rushing or throwing your rhythm off. Forget the past and stay focused on the present. Avoid overgrip by purposely tensing your muscles. And play the board to avoid being thrown off by a tough competitor's reputation. Tip number 9, common courtesies.
Well, obviously, don't drink, don't smoke, don't go with loose spurs, and enjoy yourself.
Well, apart from jockey's unwritten rules, there are a few other common courtesies in darts which I'll show you. When retrieving your darts, walk up the side of the throwing area to let your opponent set up their next throw. Always stand behind the person who is throwing, not alongside or in front of the hockey. Never talk to your opponent or make unnecessary sounds that might disturb him. If you are a spectator cheering on a player, wait until they have completed their throw to do so. By following these simple guidelines, you'll become a respected challenger and a better all-round competitor.
Review. Remember to retrieve your darts promptly, allowing your opponent time to set up their next throw. Always stand behind your opponent while they are throwing to avoid distracting them. And if you're a spectator, remember to remain quiet while players are throwing. Tip number 10, achieving success.
Good. So you want to be just as successful and competitive as I am. Well, there's no reason why you can't be. Let's take a look at some of the steps you have to follow on your way up the ladder. First, start by setting realistic goals for yourself. If you're a beginner, then try to consistently get out in 5:01 with 30 darts or less. Then get involved with your local darts association to find a place where you can compete. Here, it's not the money that's important, but rather the prestige and the recognition to get for winning. A real stepping stone for moving up the darts ladder. So now that you've found a place to play, you're probably wondering what the next steps are for achieving success. They're actually quite simple. Let me leave you with several principles of play. Find a comfortable stance, grip and throwing method and stick with them. Practice, practice, practice. It won't make you perfect, but you'll get better. Be a finisher. The ability to count and outthink your opponents makes no one master. Use other games for variety and as practice methods to improve your play. Challenge yourself. Look to attain your highest level by searching out tougher opponents. And remember, keep the game fun, have a good attitude and enjoy yourself. So until the next time, good luck and good shooting.
He won 60 in the bull. He's got to get the bull, I think. And he's got it! Whoa! And still the spirit sensation.
There's the winner, Eric Bristow, the championship.
Bristow showing his world dominance. It was
Takes the embassy, takes the applause.
One really comes to mind. It's when Eric had first come over here and I was first starting to play darts. So I figured, although he was hailed the wonder boy, he was still just one of the boys, you know. So we happened to be at San Jose, and Eric had lost in the singles and I had lost in the singles. And this little kid walked past me and I said, "Would you like 2 Coke tickets?" And he said, "Well, yeah." And I said, "Okay, I'll tell you what I want you to do. I want you to get this piece of paper, and you see the guy over there, big tall guy." I said, "I want you to ask him for his autograph." He said, "Yeah, okay, I can do that." And I said, "Now, when he gives it to you," I said, "you turn around and look at it and say, 'Oh, I thought you were Andy Green,' and then rip it up." So I gave him the 2 Coke tickets, and he walked over, and he asked Eric, and he said, "Could I have your autograph?" And Eric, being the typical Brit that he is, which they get autographs asked for over there all the time, you know, he said, "Oh, sure." Big smile, and signed it. And the kid turned around and said, "I thought you were Andy Green." I went, rip, rip, rip. And Eric, I mean, went bright red, and all he could do was look for me.